Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Today, the President of the United States, the man with the nuclear codes, is angry and emotional and acting, frankly, erratically. And that is not my judgment. It's basically what his own cabinet defenders are saying.
The president was totally annoyed that the Europeans did this, and so you're going to hear back from someone who emotionally cares about America. And why are Europeans picking on Kentucky bourbon
Secretary
or
Lutnick,
Harley-Davidson motorcycles?
Are you saying this is an emotional response?
It's disrespectful. He wants these countries to respect him, and all of this showed you is that Europe and Canada do not respect Donald Trump. You know, if you make him unhappy, he responds unhappy.
I mean, points for honesty. He was totally annoyed. That's the economic rationale. That was Commerce Secretary and Trump whisperer Howard Lutnick explaining how the president is just completely shocked that the trade war he launched out of nowhere for no reason against America's closest allies, Canada and the European Union, is suddenly blowing up in his face and threatening to tank the U.S. economy. You might have seen today stocks continued their impressively downward fall amid fears of higher prices from Trump's tariffs and threats and the air of uncertainty that hangs over everything. The S&P 500 fell below 10%, below its all-time high, raising concerns among investors. A sell-off might be happening soon, although it looks like it's already happening. This NASDAQ is already in that worrying territory. The Dow Jones was on track for its worst week since that string of high-profile bank failures in 2023. Again, all of this is happening not because banks failed or Russia invaded Ukraine or some huge macroeconomic structural thing happened. No, it's happening for literally no reason whatsoever other than Trump picking a fight with our neighbors and our neighbors fighting back. And Trump is big mad about it, throwing out new threats of massive tariffs and annexation of foreign territories in a vicious cycle of escalation. Yesterday, Canada and the EU responded to Trump's tariffs by imposing new taxes on U.S. exports, including on signature American products like whiskey and motorcycles. When Trump heard about that retaliation, he basically lost it, made this totally unhinged social media post in the middle of the night, quote, "The European Union, one of the most hostile and abusive taxing and tariffing authorities in the world, which has formed for the sole purpose of taking advantage of the United States, has just put a nasty 50% tariff on whiskey. If this tariff is not removed immediately, the U.S. will shortly place a 200% tariff on all wine, champagnes, alcoholic products coming out of France and other EU-represented countries. This will be great for the wine and champagne businesses in the U.S." That was at 8 a.m., I should know. Now, the U.S. does not technically have any champagne businesses. We are the biggest market for champagne, many other French wines. Trump is threatening a tax at such a high level, the price of a bottle of wine would essentially double, again, for Americans, right? Americans are going to pay that. Everybody who understands trade understands this is insane. I think even people who don't understand trade understand this is insane. It was a point that even Emma Tucker, the editor of the very right-wing Wall Street Journal, made this morning.
That mood has shifted pretty much since all the tariffs started coming in. I think businesses realises now Trump is serious about this. But the problem they've got is that they're being imposed in a very haphazard way, and that's creating so much instability.
When a company has to pay more for its input, will they typically pass it on to the consumer, do you think?
I think eventually they're going to have to.
Yeah.
No, they eat it. An hour later, Trump posted again, I think he was watching, "The globalist Wall Street Journal has no idea what they are doing or saying. They are owned by the polluted thinking of the European Union, which was formed for the primary purpose of screwing the United States of America." I have to say this because we keep saying it. This is a theory of the EU's formation that is just like a thing, as far as I can tell, Trump invented 3 days ago.